Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you in today's GK class of 8th standard. Okay, starting with today's discussion, first and the foremost thing I would like to tell you this thing, that is the number. If you would have read yesterday's newspaper, the number of COVID cases in one day, it has crossed over 1 lakh numbers. Is that clear? That is, this is just an alarming situation for each and every one of us. Maybe the time is there whether this corona is on the way of its end, or it may be the second pandemic effect, or you can say much more worst conditions is going to arrive just because of this COVID-19. So since the number of cases are increasing at a very great rate, but the only relief which we can observe is our recovery rate, that is the patients who are going to the hospitals and they are returning back home, their rate is 77 to 78%. ओके, मतलब जितने लोग बीमार होकर के जा रहे हैं उसमें से 77 से 78% लोग ठीक होकर के वापस आ जा रहे हैं. ओके, so if this is the situation that our recovery rate is 78% or 77%, so we can say this thing, that is either our immunity has been increased, okay, that is we have a better immunity power, or second thing we can also say is that the COVID-19 virus that has become weak. Okay, so as a result of which, though the people are getting infected, but still they are not, it is not leading to the death of that person or any other reasons would be there. This is my opinion, this is my perceptions from my point of view, that is these two things can be there. Okay, either the COVID-19 virus has become weak or our immunity has been increased. Is that clear to each and everyone? Okay, so it is my humble request to from each and everyone to take all the necessary precautions, take care, because you know this thing, I told you that from 21st of September the schools are going to open for the classes 9th to 12th, and it is not like this, that is the entire classes are going to run. Okay, as this is the fourth guidelines, that is this is your unlock fourth guidelines. In this it has been told that students can come to school if they wish in order to clear their doubts, and this is only for 9 to 12th. Okay, so hope if this trial goes on a successful runway, then in the same way we will also, that is we most probably our classes may be also going to run, that is in the school, or we may also be given in a week 2 to 3 classes for this doubt clearing sessions, or for any other, whatever may be the situations will be there, it will be informed to you. Is that clear? So since apart from this, one more thing I would like to tell you, that as we have already, there is a little bit of situation that the concept of, that is your this part, when we are talking about the things which we have discussed earlier. Okay, the same thing, that is most probably our half yearly portions, that is half yearly exams are going to be there, and since half yearly exams are going to be there, so it is of no use continuing with the syllabus of your annual portion. Okay, so since I am not going to continue or go ahead with the annual portion, so first and the foremost thing, I'll be showing you some of the glimpses or whatever we have discussed in the past, and at the same time after going that, we will be having our quiz round. One quiz round will be there, that is quiz, what you can say is that basically it will be a kind of quiz based on the current affairs basically. Okay, so starting with this, let me first share you the screen, and thereafter I'll be showing you what are the things which are there. Okay, this was the thing. Okay, if you remember, since this is your entire half yearly, okay, class 8 syllabus half yearly portion. So in this half yearly portion, if you remember, we have completed this entire portion. Okay, and out of this entire portion, if you remember, this periodic test 1 is included in this. That is, all these page numbers which you are able to see here, they are present in this part. Okay, if you can see 7, 13, 18, so 7, 13, 18 of our environment we have already done, and after doing this periodic test 1, we have also done 25 and 31 of this half yearly portions also. So basically what the main what I am trying to say is that since we have completed our entire syllabus for this half yearly portions, we will not be going ahead with the annual part. Is that clear? And since we are not going to go ahead with the annual part, so first and the foremost thing, today I am going to show you this part, this syllabus part, thereafter the bookish part, and finally the current affairs. Is that clear? So starting with this, if you can see this PDF, if you remember, I have shared one PDF in the revision class which included the entire things of your unit test 2. Okay, because unit test 1 we did not had only. Okay, if you remember, GK exam was not there on the WhatsApp group, that is before the summer vacations. But since in the second slot, in when your second exams were conducted, this time you have given your GK exams, so we have completed these page numbers, if you remember, and apart from these we have also included some of the page numbers from here as well, like 25 and 31, what I remember is. Okay, apart from this part, so your entire periodic test 1 as well as some of the page numbers from half yearly, they have been already covered in the unit test 2. Okay, and since we have already covered this portion, okay, so I am showing you one of the PDFs which I have showed you earlier. Today also I am going to show you that, because most probably you will be having it. Okay, what you can see, this was a 17 page PDF was there, and this is your entire UT2 class 8 GK PDF, in which if you can see the page numbers here at the bottom, we have 7. Okay, in which we discussed about the strange insects, and I hope you would have got 1 or 2. I hope this was there in the exams as well. Okay, next we also did sobriquets of Indian cities. This one, that is the city of lakes and everything. This was page number 8, and I hope in this part you would have got 2 of them, that is this Silicon Valley of India as well as city of lakes. Most probably you would have got these 2 pictures in your exams for identifying part. Okay, apart from this, we also discussed about the deadly diseases, in which you would have encountered 2 to 3 questions in your this UT2 exams, and this is your page number. Page number is not clear, but most probably it is 9 only. Okay, moving ahead. Okay, if you remember this one, I hope, the inability of the body to utilize, not this one. Okay, ability of the body to able to resist to a particular disease. Most probably this was the question in the exams, and at the same time we were having some of the questions related to infectious and non-infectious diseases, which we have already discussed here. Okay, moving ahead with this, what we can see is that we also discussed about lost in music, that is these famous personalities, musicians, who just because of their wonderful pieces of work, they got their name, fame and everything in this entire world. And in this, if you remember, Shubha Mudgal, if you remember, this was the question in your identify the pictures, I hope. And if you remember, I showed you one of the videos related to this, that is your Zakir Hussain, okay, in which he was just playing one of the instruments. If you remember, a very short video was there in this part, okay. And I'm not sure whether I've given these two or any one was there in set A or set B. That is, since if you remember class, so we had two exams were there, that is your first, all those who are not the defaulters, they have given the exams, and now that is recently during the classes only, if you remember, one more exams are being conducted. So that is basically your set B, that is as you are able to get it in the schools, okay, set A and set B. So here also all those students who have previously appeared, they went for the set A, whereas those who were the latecomers, that is the second time those who are appearing, they are going to appear for the unit test B part, that is your set B part, okay. Let me share you some more things which we have discussed here. What you can see is this, that is after this we also discussed about the sport legends, and in this sport legends, if you remember, you would have got some of the questions related to Bachung Bhutia, okay, Geet Sethi as well. Oh, I hope these two were there only. Dhyan Chand, the very famous player, I have shown you, famous hockey player related to that, and Kapil Dev, all of us we know, okay. So few questions were there from this as well. Moving ahead with this, that is your unique nature. Okay, from this also you must have got 2 to 3 questions, that is I hope you got this one, which country is called the sugar bowl of the world, okay, that is known as your Cuba, okay, or Cuba. So this was one of the questions from this page number. And also I hope which animal has fingerprints or which bird has the longest wingspan, might be, I'm not sure about this, but this one I'm very pretty sure regarding this one, that is I gave you this question, sugar bowl of the world, either in set A or in set B part, okay. So moving ahead with this, I hope this was page number your 13. Then we had politics in India. From here I remember is that Sitaram Yechuri or maybe Mehbooba Mufti, I gave any one of them. Next we also did interesting inventions, in which I hope bendable non-reflective glass was given by me, and at the same time some more was given, I don't remember that, what was that, okay. So this was the latest inventions, that is the accidental inventions which was done by these scientists. And few questions were there from this as well. Dance, if you remember, I have shown you one videos related to this, that is capoeira, okay, the famous dance form, this one, which was the martial art form, dance like martial art form of Brazil, capoeira, okay. So this one I showed you. Apart from this, I don't think you would have got anyone, or maybe you would have got this kabuki, flamenco or something else, or polka, okay, polka or polka, okay. So this was there, that is your page number 16. Next we have the sporting families. From here you would have got 2 to 3 questions related to this. What I remember is, that is your Steve Waugh and Mark Waugh, as well as Milkha Singh and Jeev Milkha Singh, okay, maybe, most probably. Moving ahead with this, in the case of Milkha Singh, I have also told you a story related to him, that was Bhag Milkha Bhag, okay, a very famous movie was there, so that was also based on that only, okay. Desert lands, from here you would have got some of the questions related to African largest desert or bare rock, most probably this one, I'm not sure, okay. Movements in India, particularly you would have got the questions related to yellow revolutions, as well as Quit India movement or Chipko movement, okay. Next we also did about this one, director diaries. This was the question which was little bit twisted, but I hope, I am pretty sure as well as confident enough to tell that you all would have got the clue, or you all would have remembered these directors along with the name of the films, and you would have identified them in the question as well. Okay, so since we have discussed this director diaries, that was your 13th page in this PDF, and this is your page number 23. Okay, I don't remember which one I gave you in this one, maybe Guljar or someone else. Okay, next we have the volcanoes and the earthquakes. Now see, if you can see, this is your page number 25, which is not mentioned in your this part. Okay, this page number 25 is not there in the periodic test 1, but since that was present in the half yearly, we have done some of the pages related to that, so that is why I gave you some of the questions from this as well. Okay, so please prepare this thing, all these questions, because they are going to help you a lot, and at the same time please have a thorough reading. Start preparing from now only, since you don't have maximum 20 to 25 pages or 30 pages would be there, not even more than that. And out of this entire syllabus, all of you are well aware of this part, that is only 2 to 3 marks questions, or maximum 3 to 4 marks questions will be there from the current affairs. Rest you can do it from your part. Okay, that is, you can score all the things from the books only. Okay, maybe the questions would be little bit twisted, but I don't think this little bit twisting is very much difficult for you. And at the same time, what I remember is that I also gave some of the number series questions, or the number patterns which have been given to you, and let's hope for the best, and let us see what you all have done in the results. Okay, so moving ahead with this, what we can see is that okay, these earthquakes, what I remember, I gave you some of the ones, like Cotopaxi was there, what I remember, this one Cotopaxi I gave you, or I don't remember from this one which I gave you. Okay, neighboring India, this I told you with some of the pictures, Great Wall of China, and this one is, I have both Nath Stupa, that is your Nepal. Okay, second one, that is the Dambala cave temple. Okay, this one also we have done. Okay, this was the question. I hope Sri Lanka was formerly known as Ceylon, or maybe this one. Okay, this one, currency of China, that is your renminbi. So most probably all these questions are present either in set A or in set B. Okay, moving ahead with the next page, that is the different forms of government. If you remember, I have shown you the chart related to this forms of government, and I explained you what is your totalitarian, dictatorship, democracy, matriarchy, theocracy, republic, and everything, monarchy as well. Okay, so since we have discussed this part, and you must have got some of the questions related to this, most probably okay, neighboring of India, who had the first woman prime minister in the world, maybe this one most probably, or who presides as the chairperson. This question would be there in your exams, which was there. Okay, I'm not sure about the half yearly what is going to be there. Let us see here what is going to happen. The last page, that is the natural wonders of the world. From this, I hope you got this one, that was your, okay, this is your C, that is your Aurora Borealis, Borealis. Okay, Aurora Borealis. Now see, this is quite amazing to see these colorful volcanoes kind of things in our environment. Okay, we come to get surprised, we come to get amazed by this wonderful creations of the world from time to time, just by this phenomena. Okay, and this part is that is whatever the colors you are able to see in the sky. Okay, that is whatever little bit bluish or greenish or whatever you are able to see, that is just because of the phenomena of diffraction. Okay, the environmental layers which are present, that is the air layers, they, when the lights strikes with them, sometimes it gets spread, or it gets splitted up into 7 colors, or it gets split. That is basically the phenomena of diffraction only. Okay, not the reflection, remember. Okay, so this was there, and now I hope it's time for us to go for that current affair without wasting the time, because This is also going much important. We have 8 to 9 questions are there which needs to be discussed thoroughly. Okay, let us start with that one. Okay, what you can see is this. This is basically the current affairs of 9th of September, that is yesterday. First one, who amongst the following world leaders has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 2021? I hope our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Okay, and at the same time, if you remember, the last stage of trials of which COVID-19 vaccine has been paused after a participant fell ill. Okay, this one, guess it. So that you guess your answers, please take out a single page and keep on writing the options in your copies or pages, so that at the last when we will be discussing the answers, so in that case you will be able to match your answers and verify it whether it is correct or not. Okay, so starting with the first one, I told you this part. Okay, but moving ahead with this, most probably the correct answer is Narendra Modi only in this part. Moving ahead, last stage, I don't know. Okay, let us see. Most probably, I hope Sputnik V or some other. Okay, when will PM Narendra Modi launch Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana? I am pretty sure, but I am not 100% sure regarding this, because what I remember is that this year Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, this is basically for your fish. Okay, because mats in Sanskrit or in Hindi also you would have seen, that is, the meaning is machli only. Okay, or the fish basically. So this Matsya Sampada Yojana is being launched by our Honorable Prime Minister on September 10, 11, 12th and 13th. So this is going to be launched on, I hope, most probably on Thursday, that is tomorrow maybe. Okay, I cannot sure this thing. Alright, so this is going to be launched very soon in 2020, that is in this month only. But let us see, that is 10th of September, today only. Okay, so today is a nice day for us. That is, you can remember that on 10th of September, that is our first option. This option is correct. That is, on 10th of September, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be launching Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Okay, moving ahead with the next one, that is your Northrop Grumman has named its next Cygnus spacecraft after which Indian descent astronaut? I hope most probably is Kalpana Chawla, but we can have some other as well, because you know many are there. So maybe this one would be the answer. Moving ahead with this, which private tech investor bought a 1.75% stake in Reliance Retail? Okay, no idea regarding this as well. Maybe your Vista Equity Partners or Silver Lake. Okay, India has signed a US dollars 500 million loan agreement with which international financial institution for Delhi Meerut Regional Rapid Transit System Corridor. Okay, most probably I think this is your ADB only, that is your Asian Development Bank, which is responsible for giving us the loan for each and every development process or the projects which are going to take place in India. Is that clear? Moving ahead with this one, who was conferred with Indira Gandhi Peace Prize 2019? No idea with this one as well. Moving ahead with the last one, EAM S. Jaishankar made a stopper in which nation en route to Russia? Okay, so these are the 8 questions which the options which you would have written it, I guess so. And since you all would have written the options, so now it's time for us to just have a quick review over the answers, whether they are correct or not. Okay, starting with this one, Let us start with the first one. Okay, so it is not our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is your Donald Trump. The United States President Donald Trump has been nominated for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize because of his efforts on brokering the historic Israel UAE peace deal. Okay, moving ahead with the next one. If you remember, that was also our wrong. Okay, this year AstraZeneca is the name of the COVID-19 vaccine which has been stopped. The last phase of clinical trials of COVID-19 vaccine developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca has been put on hold after one of the participants fell ill in United Kingdom. AstraZeneca described the pause as a routine pause in the case of an unexplained illness. Okay. Third one, this we have discussed, that is September 10th, that is today. Our honorable Prime Minister will be launching Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana and e-Gopala app on September 10th. The e-Gopala app will be launched for farmers along with several other initiatives in the fisheries and animal husbandry sectors in Bihar. Okay. Next we have here is, that is Kalpana Chawla, that is a famous lady who went onto the space. So Northrop Grumman has named its next space station resupply ship after Dr. Kalpana Chawla, astronaut of Indian descent. The SS Kalpana Chawla spacecraft will be Northrop Grumman's next Cygnus spacecraft to launch to the International Space Station. It has been named in the honor of the astronaut who was one of the 7 crew members who died in Columbia Space Shuttle disaster. Okay. Next we have the Silver Lake. I hope this was our second option. So finally we have got this one as well. Reliance Retail has raised rupees 7,500 crores by selling a 1.75% stake to American private equity player Silver Lake. The investment was announced by Mukesh Ambani led Reliance Retail Ventures Limited. Okay, this is our option is also correct. That is your Asian Development Bank and the Indian government have signed a $500 million loan agreement for the Delhi Meerut Regional Rapid Transit System corridor. The loan is the first tranche of the ADB approved $1 billion loan facility to build a high-speed, modern 82-kilometer Delhi Meerut RRTS corridor, which will improve the regional connectivity and mobility in India's national capital region, that is your NCR region. Is that clear? Next we have David Attenborough, a renowned author and natural historian, was conferred with Indira Gandhi Peace Prize 2019 by the Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh presented the Peace Prize in a virtual ceremony. Okay. Next we have Iran, that is the Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar had made a stopover at Tehran, Iran as a part of his Russia visit on September 8 and met his Iranian counterpart Javad Zarif. Is that clear? So this was all for the current affairs which we have discussed. Okay, please have a note of this. Today I am giving you a homework. Let me see how many of you are going to do this thing. Okay, you can just take your drawing pages, okay, or if you want you can take a half of the chart paper as well. Okay, and I request you to just paste. If you are able to get the printout, well and good. If you are not, please try to make a rough sketch of all those renowned personalities who have recently passed in this year 2020. Okay, in 2020, all those people, the renowned personalities who has been passed away, I would request you to make a list of them along with 1 or 2 line description, and at the same time the uh, about that person. Okay, where was he, what was the title conferred of him, or which post he was holding on, and something like this. Okay, so this is the homework. I hope you will be doing it, and I request the same from your side. That is, I hope you are going to do this part. Two more current affairs from our side, which you know, that is Vindhyachal. All of you know. Okay, so Vindhyachal hangover system, that is ropeway system, is going to be everything is ready, but the inauguration will be done in this Navratri beginning. That is whenever our Navratri festivals are going to start, that is the next month most probably. So then our honorable CM, that is Yogi Adityanath, he is going to inaugurate that, and finally the ropeway system will also be started. And with that ropeway we will be able to cover mostly 3 regions, that is Kali Kho, and 2 more temples are there, which we can very easily have a look over the mountains and the beautiful sceneries without going through the land or the vehicles, but easily able to having a view from the top. One more is that is your Vodafone and Idea. Both these companies, they have merged together in order to provide you better services, better connectivity, so that you will be able to get or have or experience better connectivity, that is your internet speed, calling and everything. Okay, so this is now our this, that is Vodafone and Idea, since they have combined together. So now the logo of this part has become VI, V for Vodafone and I for Idea. So their combined logo is VI. Okay, and now they are going to provide us the services together. Okay, so this was all for today. I request you to please have a thorough reading of all these pages which we have discussed today, and at the same time start learning the answers. And one more thing, most probably either by Saturday or in the next class, I'll be providing you the PDF of the remaining pages, or the PDF of all the pages of your half yearly, all in one. Okay, so till now, okay, till the time, till Saturday or till next class, you please go ahead with this UT2, because if you are going to cover this PT1 syllabus, so I hope more than half of the portions will be covered and you will be in a much more relaxed way. Okay, because when the dates will be announced, nobody knows. Is that clear to all of you? So that's all for today. Till the next class, stay safe and stay healthy, and take all the necessary precautions which are required to remain healthy. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for being with me.